Hello, everyone. Welcome to the VGM Lounge. We got a fun one for you today. It's me, Derek. Hello.
And hey, it's your fancy boy, Matt.
Hey, Matt. Are you familiar with this song?
I am familiar with this song, Derek. It's Donkey Kong.
Yes, it's the bonus theme. Ba-na-na-na-na. So we were thinking, you know what's the thing that happens pretty much every game? Well, not every game, but a good deal of them. Those mini games and those bonus stages. That's an important part of each game, I feel.
It is. I mean, not every game will have like a mini game or a bonus stage, but the ones that do, it's a nice little break from
the norm.
Your big heavy main story. Yeah, the norm.
Yeah, there's suddenly you're not in the stage you were. Now you're doing something else. Donkey Kong Country, you gotta collect 50 bananas before the time runs out. You gotta get to the end goal before the timer. Some games maybe you're often timers are involved, like do a blank as quick as you can. Sometimes it's hit all the targets in the time. Sometimes it's things of that nature.
Get to the end of the course.
Get to the end of the course. Collect all the things within the time. Do X basically before Y happens.
Dodge 200 lightning bolts. Go.
Oh god. But yeah, we're thinking a minigame episode would be fun, starting with the bonus stage from Donkey Kong Country, of course composed by David Wise.
Thank you, David.
It's such a fun song.
It is. I mean, it's Donkey Kong music. If you don't like Donkey Kong music, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, pretty much. So what would you say the general feel to this episode is going to be, Matt?
Bouncy, trouncy, fun.
It's a good way of putting it. I will say a lot of the songs end up being, I guess repetitive is not the word, but generally short loops.
Yeah. The mini games definitely aren't going to have like your full 3-minute or like.
Yeah, it'll
6-minute long song. It's going to be like 50 seconds at the most.
Yeah, I mean you'll hear anywhere between like 20 seconds to 50 seconds. Usually they're usually just little fun short loops that play and repeat until the timer runs out. But a lot of these are going to be happy-go-lucky because usually these are away from the drama. Drama doesn't usually happen in the minigame. The minigames are like a time to just do a little. Just have fun. Just ignore the big drama that's going on and, shoot all these targets or, run up this hill as fast as you can.
Oh no, the giant meteor is coming. Help us heroes. Hold on.
Got a snowboard.
I got a snowboard real quick.
I gotta
Hold on.
Gotta get these points,
Hold on,
dude.
I gotta place my bets at the casino really quick.
Yeah, if you don't mind, hold what you're saying. I get that the world's in danger. I have points I have to collect. This guy told me a reward happens at 30,000 points, and I hit 29,000. I just gotta do this one more time.
Just one more. I gotta get it one more try. This is like the umpteenth time I've tried to bounce a Rama. Please, dear God, I just want to be done.
Like he's been shooting those targets for 7 hours. He really needs that collectible. It's very important.
This is the only way I can get the best item in the game.
Yeah. So that's basically the feel we're going for, Matt. How are you going to start us off? What song are you leading this adventure with?
I'm going to lead us off with a song that's from a game that's close to my heart. I've played music from before, and I'm really excited because the Switch has recently put it on there, and I've downloaded it, and I'm reliving my childhood again.
Oh?
Yep. It is Dragon Quest III.
Ah, okay. Having
the title of
having not played through much of Dragon Quest III, I've played some Dragon Quest, but they usually all have a lot of different mini games. So I'm interested in hearing what the sound for this one is.
The title of the song is called Boogie Woogie.
All right, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and the first time you hear it is when you get to the second castle. So it's actually decently early in the game, and it's played in the gambling den, basically.
Yeah.
where you can place bets on monster fights.
Yeah, that's a very gambling dens are very common in a lot of JRPGs. Actually, usually you have to chill there and gamble all your money away to get some good items.
Yeah, get good items, or it's a way to get money really quick, so you can really buy that next level sword that you
Yeah.
need for your party,
Oh yeah.
or that next level armor.
So
Because good
let's
lord, your healer needs it.
yeah, your healer needs to be the most armored person. Everyone knows to target the healer.
Yeah, everything is programmed to target healer, and if we're talking about Final Fantasy Tactics, it's known to target the female healer first.
It's weird how the AI always does that. It's
It's like, is
certainly
that a healer?
programmed in.
I gotta wait. No, no, wait a minute. That lady is casting a healing spell. Can't have it. Get
Gotta
her out of here.
gotta get that. But let's go ahead and boogie woogie, Matt.
All right, so this is Boogie Woogie from Dragon Quest III by Koichi Sugiyama.
That was a fun little casino theme, Matt. I enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, that one's always fun. I actually had two different choices between this one because there's obviously the gambling den, but there's also a second mini game that shows up in the game, and it's like a big board game that you play with your characters.
Ooh, that sounds really
Where
interesting.
it is, and it's a way to get like some really good items in the game because it's all up to chance. So it's like there's like a start point, and you roll a dice, and that's how far you move on the board with your characters. So there's like the chance of you like either earning money, getting into like a random encounter, or like falling through the floor back to like the base level and you have to start all over again. But if you make it all the way to the end without going over in steps, which happens, then you get to open up some cool treasure.
Mini games and RNG and treasure all usually go pretty hand in hand.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I decided to go with Boogie Woogie because it's a little bit more of an iconic song. I like the swing of it a little bit more than the other song.
Yeah, I like the dun, 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 dun,
That
dun,
piano.
dun. The piano's great. Do, 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 do,
Like this is the song that always comes to my mind if I'm ever in like a big bustling like tavern in like an RPG or something like that. Not necessarily video game, but like tabletop maybe. I think this is the song that always comes to mind.
I'm gonna have to write that down because I've hosted a few D&D campaigns myself, and I usually like to have some songs playing in the background, and video game songs are a good go-to. This would be a great like tavern theme.
Oh yeah, I mean it'd be a nice lively change, rather than like your standard stock bard with.
Yeah, you got like a piano grooving.
Have a bard like on the piano just jamming out, like Ray Charles.
Right. I could totally you could totally make like a little jazz club, like underground casino kind of area.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'm into this.
It gets stuck in your head too.
Yeah, I think a lot of these songs are gonna be earworms.
Yeah, they definitely are. Again, bringing up the nightmare that is Bounce-A-Rama. I mean, you will remember that song and it will haunt your dreams.
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2 in quite a long time, but I still very well remember Bounce-A-Rama. For reasons.
Yep.
Just reasons.
No, God damn it, no!
Minigame themes can either you love them or you hate them, and it's usually dependent on how much you enjoy playing the minigame itself.
It's true. It really depends on the minigame itself.
Like, because even like a fun tone, if you have to do the same minigame for like 10 hours because you're trying to grind for that ultimate weapon, the song will drive you insane.
Yeah.
But if it's a song you like, and a minigame you like, it brings up happy memories.
It's true. Very much so. So, Derek, I've taken us with the boogie woogie down to the casino den. What's up next? What do you got for us?
Let's see. There's a few that I'm into. None really match the kind of feel of a casino, I don't think. So, ironically enough, for the first start here, I don't really have a great follow-up. I mean, all of mine are obviously minigame and bonus stages, so I can easily follow you up on that. But, yeah. What I do have is a few from RPGs, which kind of fit. I'm going to play one from an RPG that I love. It is the 9th game in this series. Do you have a guess, Matt?
Is it Final Fantasy IX?
It is. But what song from Final Fantasy IX do you think?
Oh, probably like one of the best parts in that game to play. It's Vala Flamenco?
Yes, Vama alla Flamenco, which plays twice. Most notably the minigame Chocobo Hot and Cold, where you use a Chocobo to dig up treasure and eventually get Chocographs that let you upgrade the Chocobo. A lot of fun. People either love this or hate this. I've talked to people on both ends. But everyone agrees the song is amazing.
It's true. The other time it plays in the game isn't it at the very beginning during the staged duel?
Yes, the duel between Zidane and Blank.
Yes.
Yes. So this is Final Fantasy IX, Vama alla Flamenco, composed by Nobuo Uematsu. And I think even if you have bad memories of Chocobo Hot and Cold or fond memories, I think you will all agree that this song is 100% a banger.
Oh, definitely.
If you're into like Spanish guitar or Latin-inspired music, you will enjoy this.
not a very long loop on the song, but
No.
the rhythm for it stays with me the entire way through. Like,
Oh yeah.
I feel like this song could like go on for like 5 minutes, and I wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah. I mean, Chocobo Hot and Cold is a game you have to grind. It's just the nature of it. Because you basically have 60 seconds to find as many treasures as you can. Usually anywhere between 3 and 6 is where you're gonna hit. You can get 8 max. And you aren't guaranteed to get the good treasures, the chocographs, on your first play, so you'll generally be playing this game, over and over again for anywhere up to an hour. And I love the song every single time. I have never once been like, oh man, I'm just gonna mute this song. It's like, I love hearing it every time I play Chocobo Hot and Cold. I'll play through, I'll be like, there's games that I look forward to replaying, and 9 is always one of them because I love Final Fantasy 9, and I've never once been unhappy that I have to play Chocobo Hot and Cold or I get to.
Yeah.
And this song is a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing Chocobo Hot and Cold, but I loved it when you first hear it during the duel between Zidane and
Oh yeah.
Blank.
Oh yeah.
It's just so perfect for it. I mean, having staged play, fencing and doing those the controls for the duel.
Yeah.
I
mean, it fits that set piece so much. I'm not gonna say necessarily fits Chocobo Hot and Cold more. I would say the stage drama is where the song really shines. But it's so perfect for it too, because like you can imagine the clapping is the audience, and like the music is the music that's going on during the play.
Yeah.
And I love the general rhythm. I love the castanets.
I love that build right there. That
Yeah.
And then like back down into the trumpet, like. Bum, 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 bum.
I love when the little voice comes in, the Vamos Flamenco. It's so good.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite. This song is actually what inspired me to suggest this episode, because I was playing through Final Fantasy IX, and I was like, "Ooh, Matt, we could do a minigame episode."
Yeah, and Derek, at first, when you said minigame episode, I was like, oh, hell yeah, oh yeah. And I sat down, I'm like, all right, time to make my list. And I'm just like, and I had like 5 things wrote down. I'm like, what the hell else is there?
Yeah, I will say, it's one of the episodes that required some more research. But once I really got into it, I was like, that's a good minigame. That's a good one. This game has a good one. It's one of those ones that at first, there's not many that come to your mind. Like this one and one more are the ones that really made me want to do this episode. And then I will say the rest of my list was kind of like a deep dive moment where I'm like, okay, what games have good minigames? It wasn't quite like, the battle music or the boss music episode that like my mind already had 40 that I had. I definitely had to do some soul searching for the brunt of my playlist.
Definitely. So actually, this is actually a really good segue into my next pick. You know what I love? You know what I absolutely love, Derek, and you can keep this in the episode if you want.
What do you love, Matt?
I love watching Arc Knight's commercials. Just
20
gets
times
me so rocking. Yeah. Anyway, back to my song choice.
Yes.
Derek, so Derek, is like I said, this is a perfect segue from my next song, and actually, I was choosing this song to bounce off of my first song.
Yes.
So my first song was Boogie Woogie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you played a song by Nobuo Uematsu, right?
Yes.
Well, logic only stands that the next song I need to play is Shuffle or Boogie from Final Fantasy VIII by Nobuo Uematsu.
Yes. So, I mean, this was on my list, but it wasn't, if that makes sense.
It does.
So, if I didn't know you were going to play this, I would have had it on my list. But I also was like, I don't want to play 2 songs from Final Fantasy. I want to mix it up. So, it's quote unquote not on my list, but it absolutely was.
I gotcha. I mean,
you didn't.
Like for me, I didn't choose Violent Flamenco because I knew you were going to choose it.
Yeah.
So if we were each to have one Final Fantasy song for like a mini game on this episode. We've basically picked the ones, and we knew which ones we were going to pick.
Yeah, like if this was just me playing, like if this wasn't like our general, podcast where we play songs from games and we have kind of our own set rules where we try not to repeat genres or repeat series when all possible. If I didn't have any sort of rules, I would be like, yeah, let's do Shuffler Boogie, let's do Vamos Flamenco,
Blitzball.
let's do Blitzball. We've already played that, but hey, let's do Blitzball. If I
Let's
was
do Blitzball again.
if I was just doing a mini game like playlist, all three of those would be on there for 100%. But hey, let's get into the song because it's a great one.
It is indeed a great one, and I love Tetramaster. I think it's so much fun.
I think of all the games that have card games. By the way, Final Fantasy IX has a great card game theme too, but that's besides the point. Final Fantasy VIII's Tetramaster is probably the most it's definitely the best.
I think it's the most iconic. It was because 7 didn't have anything like that. 8 was the first one that did it, right?
Yeah, and it was so popular that when Final Fantasy 11 came out, they also came out with just like straight up Tetramaster, like an online version of Tetramaster.
That's boss.
Yeah, and Final Fantasy 14 has Tetramaster in it too.
Oh, man. They made so many right choices with 14.
They really did, but let's get into the song so people can hear what we're talking about. Mind you, this is a card game.
Derek, you want to shuffle or do you want to boogie?
I want to do a little bit of both. Actually, let's just boogie because the shuffling would mean we get to a different song, and I'm not ready for that yet.
The game is fun. Sometimes the regional rules will piss me off.
Yeah, there's a lot of... So Final Fantasy VIII is really interesting in that there's certainly RPGs that you can break, as people call it, where you basically just get your characters way over geared or way over leveled or just have stuff you're not supposed to way before you're supposed to. And I think Final Fantasy VIII is the easiest of like any RPG I've ever played to do this in.
Yeah, once you figure out the trick to do it, yeah.
It's so ridiculous to the point where you can get the main character's ultimate weapon, which you're not supposed to get until late game disc 4, because this is a 4-disc game. You can get this before you leave the first area. It's crazy. Or not quite the first area, but you can get it like within... You have to do a lot of shenanigans, but you can get it in the first, like... If you were to play through the game and do no cards and no grinding, you can get it by, like, where you're supposed to be in the story, like, an hour in.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
I've never done that, nor will I ever do that, because that's just too much of a process for me.
It is certainly a process, and maybe Matt, if we do a Final Fantasy VIII playthrough together, we'll do some shenanigans just for
Well, they did
funsies.
do the remasters, so I mean, I'd be down.
But let's talk about the overall sound of this music. Because one, I love this twanging opening. The bow na bow na bow na bow.
I love the rubber band sounds.
Right? That's what I mean. The just, and then it gets into this. That I like
That's the rubber
shuffle
band
noise.
sounds right there for me.
Oh yeah.
I love how it's like it starts off with like that chord pull, this right here, and then it's just like, okay, now let's add in another string sound. All right, now let's add in like a bass string sound.
It's like
All right,
it's
keep
like
hitting that rubber band over there.
right. It's like
You clap your hands.
We'll do rubber bands. We'll do other rubber bands. We'll do claps, and we'll do guitar. Shuffler boogie is a great term for this song because like you can hear the shuffle and you hear the boogie. You hear both of those noises.
So whose turn is it to shuffle? I'll do it. Then I guess it's my time to boogie. And it's just the guy kind of like going side to side in his chair.
It's just a fun theme. It's one of those ones that are just enjoyable to listen to.
And then back to the bass.
This is another one that I could just listen to endlessly.
Yeah, again, this is another good a good video game song to throw into your tabletop RPG if you're looking for something cool.
Right? If you're
I don't
designing
know where
like
you play it,
somewhere.
but like I can see it. Like again, like you could either do it in like another like gambling house kind of thing, or shit, I don't know.
Put it in a minigame. Why not? Thank
But
you.
no,
I love Shuffler Boogie.
yeah, I think that's probably one of my favorite Nobu tunes, just because I just love how funky it is.
It's got a great groove to it,
Yeah,
to say the least.
I mean, he did for like a couple other songs in 8. I mean, 8's probably got I'd say at least a solid second place for Chocobo themes for me.
That's fair. Although the Chocobo, a lot of the Chocobo minigame stuff never came to America, but it is what it is.
That is very sad, because I remember when I was playing through that game, when I was like 10, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I got Chocobo. Then it's like, I find like the little forest spot.
It's
and
like,
it's just like, hey,
do you have a pocket station? Like, what?
What the fuck is a pocket station? Sucks to be you, America.
Guess you don't got a pocket station. You can't do everything to do with Chocobos. Like, womp. Oh, man.
You thought you'd have Chocobo fun. Wait until 9 comes out.
Right? At least 9 gave me what I wanted in a Chocobo minigame.
Yep. And then 10 gave us the racing minigame. Pop the balloons, get them. Go, go, go.
That's a whole different endeavor right there.
Yeah.
But man, it's time for me to play one, and I'm not really sure what to follow that with. So I think I'm gonna play a game that has a lot of mini games. This is one that I might.
Mario Party?
It's not Mario Party. I was debating some Mario
Dang.
Party. I actually it's on like my reserve. This might be one that I'm actually gonna beat you to.
Is it Pokemon Stadium?
It is Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of options for Pokemon Stadium I had, but I actually decided that I don't want to do any of the mini games.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
You have a guess? I'm guessing.
Is this... Well, here, I gotta narrow it down. Is it Stadium or Stadium 2?
It is Pokemon Stadium 1.
Pokemon Stadium 1, and it is none of the minigames.
No.
God, it's been so long since I played the first one. I know 2 way more than I do 1.
Yeah, so Pokemon Stadium,
Oh,
besides the actual game itself, it's got a bunch of mini games. It's got the Lickitung one. It's got the Rattata running game. It's got the Charge the Power Station Electro Dynamo, I think it's called, or something similar to that.
yeah, I think actually it's called Electro Dynamo or something.
But the one I decided, now you can decide this doesn't necessarily count, but I think it does. I chose the minigame menu theme.
Oh no, that totally counts.
So this is basically not a minigame in itself, but it is the menu that pops up when you go to I want to play minigames. This is the menu theme for choosing which minigame you want, basically. And I chose this because it's got
Well,
a
all right.
jam. I like it.
I will say it definitely does. Let's go ahead and listen into it, and then I'll give my opinions on the minigame music at the end.
Yeah. So this is I don't know who exactly composed this song, but the game itself is composed by Kenta Nagata, Hajime Wakai, and Toru Minagishi. So this is Pokemon Stadium, the minigame menu.
Oh my goodness! All right, Derek. So here is my thing about minigame music in Pokemon Stadium One. First, your pick being the minigame menu
Yeah.
is probably the best one out of all of the actual mini.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I listened to literally every single one of them, and I was like, well, some of those are good. I don't know which one I want to play. And then minigame menu was like
Some of them are
a
good, but
related, and I was like, yeah, I actually like this one the most.
yeah. And what makes the minigame menu even better is that it's literally a remix of the Game Corner from Red and Blue.
Yeah, I was leaning on you to notice that, which
Oh yeah,
is just another minigame in and of itself. It's Inception.
it is. Quick, I gotta. All right, cool. I just made it to Celadon City. Let me go get that coin case from that dude who's broke now. All right, now let me go like scrounging on the floor behind everybody.
Play these slots. Gotta get that Dratini.
I gotta get the Dratini. I gotta get the Porygon. Slots. Slot machine.
No,
Hey, we're Team Rocket.
no,
Don't mind
no,
us. Shut
no,
up.
no,
Shut up.
no. Trying to get this Dratini. Get out of here. I love the playfulness of this theme, though.
It's very playful, which I mean, when you look at the mini games, it's the perfect tone that needs to be with this theme.
So as you're mentioning, I definitely listened to all of them. I mean, all the minigames have fun little themes. I just thought this one was the most enjoyable to me, the actual menu for the minigames.
Yeah, I will say I too also thought of this game.
How could you not?
Yeah, I mean, well, my mind literally went to Stadium 2 first, and I'm like, well, let me go back and start at Stadium 1, and I went through and I listened to all the stage music for the mini games as well, and I'm like, man, because the one I wanted to pick was and have on my list was the Clefairy mini game, just because it's torture.
It really is.
But then I realized, listening to the theme of it, it's only torture when you're playing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the music for it, to me, didn't leave an impact when it's just the music. So I'm like, well,
yeah, I agree.
yeah, I was a little disappointed, but I mean, the menu music that you picked for it's the best one of the bunch.
It sparks some nostalgia with me too, because I remember being a kid and a friend would come over and we'd play Pokemon Stadium and we'd do like 1 or 2 matches of the actual Pokemon vs Pokemon. And then we would just play the mini games because the mini games were fun.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing is like you have Pokemon Stadium, you play through like the little quote unquote story of it, with either the rental Pokemon or if you had the Game Boy attachment, which I mean, if you didn't, so sorry.
Sorry.
You played through with your team.
Yeah.
You played through with your team, and you're like, yeah, my guys are in 3D. Look at this. This is so cool. And then, but when a friend comes over, you're just like, all right, screw battling. Let's do the mini games.
It's something to be said when you play a game for the mini games.
It's true.
Yeah. But
it's true. I mean, that's why I played Stadium 2 a lot, because I really enjoyed the mini games that they had into a whole lot more than the first one.
They were good. It doesn't hit that same nostalgia for me because I'd never actually owned Stadium 2, but I did rent it back from the Blockbuster days. So Stadium 2 was not one that I owned that I could return to a lot. It was just one that I rented once or twice.
Yeah, I was the opposite. I remember when I got my 64. Literally, I think it was like slightly before Christmas, and then when Christmas time came, and I got my gift cards, like the day after Christmas, I'm running out to the store, and I'm just like, Stadium 2, here's my money.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
The question is, Matt, are you going to follow me up with the Stadium 2 song you have, or are you going to choose a different one and decide and not play that one?
Well, I'll say this, Derek. I actually have 2 different Pokemon choices on my list. One is from Stadium 2. The one is actually from the regular game.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you... I played a Stadium track. Why don't you mix it up on me?
I am going to mix it up on you because I'm not going to play one yet.
Ooh.
I'm not going to go with Pokemon. I'm not going to do Pokemon immediately. Instead, I'm going to bring you back to another fantastic game that we've listened to before. And it's Godzilla Domination.
Godzilla Domination has some great music, Matt.
It does. And it, in fact, has a bonus stage whenever you play it.
That's right.
The bonus stage comes up twice, actually, in the game.
I was gonna say I don't remember because I remember our playthrough. I mean, it's iconic. What I didn't remember it having a bonus stage, but I remember it's got that one where you gotta run into or kill the UFOs.
Yeah, you gotta find some way to destroy either the jets or the UFOs, and not get hit by them, because if you get hit by them and blow them up, it doesn't count. It is not a super good mini game unless you're playing as Mothra,
Well,
because Poison Cloud for the win,
Poison Cloud
and
2 OP.
Poison Cloud 2 OP. But anyway, the actual stage music for it is a pretty nice little jam.
All right, man. Let's hear it. I'm into it.
Okay, well, here we go. So this is Godzilla Domination bonus stage, composed by Jake Kaufman.
It's a real short one, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, I mean it's short. I mean it's actually almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. I meant the just the general loop itself, but it's
Oh
so
yeah,
like
yeah, the
it's so
general loop.
grungy.
Yeah, right.
That
And then like the dude who's like on the synth keyboard, ting, 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 ting,
the
ting,
synth guy's going.
like
The synth's going hard.
he's going like super hard.
The it just hits you out of nowhere.
You got like the dude who's just hitting like a drum with a mallet.
Oh man, this is a good one, Matt. Every time you play a song from Godzilla Domination, it just reminds me how good the music in this game is.
It's such good music for like such not a good game.
I mean, hey, that happens a lot. Sometimes I don't want to throw the people who worked on games under the bus, but I will say I've commonly referenced
because yeah, people
some
have
games
worked
that have
hard on this game, and I
Yeah.
appreciate them for making it.
yeah.
Could the game have been a slightly better fighting game, seeing as how they went from Destroy All Monsters Melee on the GameCube and then went to this game on the Game Boy Advance, which didn't need to happen.
Something could certainly be said about hardware limitations too.
Definitely, definitely. Again, I love the game because I'm a Godzilla fan and I love anything that has Godzilla on it.
I have
And the music, that's all this game has going for me is it's Godzilla, and the music is boss. So thanks, thanks Kaufman.
yes.
You've
Thanks.
done a fantastic job, and you've made my ears very pleased.
It's one of those songs that we've talked about this before, where you can have a game that's not all that fun to play, but it's got like a banging, awesome soundtrack that makes you want to play the game, and this is one of those.
Yes.
Where I'm sure, because I remember when you were like, I propose we do this as a little mini one-shot playthrough, and I was like, okay, and you're like, it's got great music. I was like, I'm down.
Yeah, I mean that's one way I know I can catch you. That's one way I can hook you. Is I'm like, hey Derek, you want to play this game? I don't know about this game. Music's jamming. All right,
Yeah, that works.
we'll give it a shot.
We'll give it a shot, and I'm glad, because I'm sure if this game didn't have good music, you probably would have never even have wanted to play it again.
No, I mean I still play it from time to time. Like I'll pick it up and just be like, it's a good 10, 15 minute time waster.
It's like this, Matt. Imagine if the Silver Surfer NES game had terrible music.
Yeah.
Not that anyone wants to play that game, but at least the music makes someone want to like. If the game had bad music, no one would know that the game exists because one, it's terrible, but it has great music. So people are like, oh, I gotta check into this. I heard it's got really good music.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like if they had just waited a little bit longer for Godzilla Domination, I think it would have been a lot of fun. But I mean, it was just overshadowed by its predecessor, and then literally like, shoot, I want to say like maybe just a couple years later, they had like the next one that came out on console. That was just like, oh well, I don't need to play that one.
Yeah, I honestly think the thing that dragged the game down was the hardware limitations. But I'm glad the music didn't throw a wrench into that because, to be honest, Game Boy Advance music games a lot of them are really good. The hardware doesn't do great work for the sound. Like the sound chip on a GBA is not all that well made, but some GBA games have great music. So it's
true.
It's really all depends on like how good the composer can work with it, because you can get some great sounds out of it.
Yeah, and I will say the other thing that I believe, and I've stated it before, the other thing that caught me about this game, which made me mad, was not the game, but the guy who sold the game to me. Because it came out around the same time they had the e-card scanner. You remember that thing?
I do.
Whereas like Pokemon cards came out for the short time, they had like the little scanner on it.
Yeah, that was
You could like scan it.
It was a weird
into the
moment
Game
in time.
Boy. It was a very weird moment in time, and the dude who sold me that game was just like, "Yeah, there's you can link it up to the GameCube, and you can download the monsters and do this, that, and the other, and then they got like the cards that are coming out for it." And I'm just like, "Okay, yeah, cool."
Yeah, that's all.
And man, like I got so gypped by that man.
This is. Hey,
Like,
at least you got
like
this
I look
game.
back on it now. And I'm just like, I'm glad I have the game. It's in my collection.
And I'm glad you have this music.
But that
to present
guy
to
had
us.
no product knowledge at all.
Hey, whatever it takes to get the sale. Apparent, I guess.
It's true. It's true. Hey, and that's the thing. You win some, you lose some, you learn your lessons in life.
All right, Matt. So it's my turn. I just can't match you on any song. I swear.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it difficult for you.
You really are making it difficult for me because normally we do this back and forth thing, but I just none of my lists has jived with your list. So I'm just gonna play the other song that I was really looking forward to this episode for. There's two songs that I was like, these two songs make me want to do a minigame episode. I played you Vamala Flamenco. The other one is from Smash Brothers.
Are we going back to original Smash? Or which one?
We're playing some Melee, and the song we're playing is the Break the Targets theme.
Break the Targets was a fun game.
Yeah, this is something I wish was in more recent games, but we'll talk about that later. This song is amazing, and I wanted to play this song because you're talking about how the synth guy goes hard. The piano is pretty banging in the song.
Let's go ahead and grab your gun or charge up your magic. Let's go knock out some targets to some jam.
Absolutely. So again, this game has a lot of composers. I don't know which one did this track, but overall, the Smash Brothers, for the most part, the composers are Hirokazu Ando, Shogo Sakai, and Tadashi Ikigami. There we go, man.
And no kidding, no kidding. That dude on the piano was going pretty rough.
Right. He goes in. That theme is so good.
It is like for just like a simple like, hey, break these targets. They really pumped you up for it.
They really did. Because the whole thing is you got to do it as fast as you can, and I think it has that sense of urgency to it, but it's also like it's just grooving too.
It's very much grooving.
So one thing I really like about Break the Targets, and I wish this was in Smash Ultimate, but I could see why they didn't want to design this for every character. Each playable character had their own stage that was kind of tailored to how they can platform and the moves they can do, and kind of a way to teach you like, hey, this character can reach these faraway things by doing this certain series of actions. And I think it was just so well designed.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a little mini game, but at the same time, it also helps teach you what the character's limitations are and what they can do.
Yeah, it was a way to showcase characters' abilities in a unique way through a minigame.
Yeah, because I mean, the break the targets, literally every character can do it.
Well,
you just have to find the right way for them to do it.
Yeah, and each character had their very own stage designed to them. And I could see why Ultimate wouldn't want to, design one for every character that's in the game, because it's a pretty big roster. But I still think... I still think this is one of the coolest, mini games that have been in the Smash series. And it's just sadly not in Ultimate, and I think that would be just so cool if it was.
I'll agree. I mean, I enjoy in Ultimate the hey, get away from the giant black hole that's absorbing the runway stage.
Yeah.
But Break the Targets was definitely better.
Yeah. The fact that they tailor-made a stage to each character was very interesting, and sadly with a roster as big as Ultimate's, I guess they just felt like that was too much. Which, to be fair, it probably would have taken up a lot of space.
Oh, yeah, no doubt in my mind, because, there's no way they could literally, was it 50-plus characters? They have to make 50-plus additional stages just for a minigame?
Yeah, but it would have been cool. It's an unfortunate, but that music is jamming. I love it.
That's very much. Thank you for that pick.
Yeah, this is the song that made me, one of the songs that made me want to do this.
What to choose? Go for my Pokemon pick. But no, that's too easy.
It's too easy. I don't know, Pokemon, you've got a lot of options for Smash. There's a lot of things you can link it to. Any Nintendo character could be picked.
You're right there. You are correct. I can link it. I can link it to Smash. Finally. Well, Derek, the title of my next song can definitely explain many games and their purpose. It's all fun and game. What sort of fun and game is this game? The fun and games is the song title from Banjo-Tooie.
I do like me some Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah. So there's actually several little different mini games that they introduced in Banjo-Tooie. I looked through both games, but Banjo-Tooie's had, for me, a little bit better of a song, and even though there was several mini games that came out in there, they all used the same theme. So
okay,
they're like, we could make it, this mini game theme, this mini game theme. But it's, you know what? We'll make one and we'll call it Fun and Games.
All right, let's have fun with these games, Matt.
We will. But first, Eric, I would like to thank Grant Kirkhope for composing Banjo-Tooie.
But of course.
Ready for some fun and games?
I certainly am. Could feel a hectic speed necessary to to beat those games, Matt.
You want to talk about going hard? These guys go ballistic with this music.
They really do. He's like a xylophone that was going like a guy that was just like hitting notes all over the place. We had different instruments like going wild.
You ready for a timed event? Oh God.
I love how these things make you feel rushed. Like, if you wanna get a workout, go to the gym and play some minigame music.
Yeah.
You'll be amping up that speed. You'll be running to the next machine. You'll be just you'll be going hard.
If I ever see like a montage of people like trying to go ham at the gym to this song, I'd probably like just laugh until I was crying and then pass out.
This is one of those songs that you could certainly like take just a clip of people doing things, like set it to like 200-400% speed and play this music over top of it, and it would look perfectly normal.
Oh my God.
Like this is the oh no, I gotta clean the house before my mom gets home montage music right here.
With the you clearly know where the trash can is, and like you wander into like a room that doesn't have the trash can. You look around, you're like, oh, and then you like run out of the room.
Searching for your keys while you're late for work music. This song,
oh, man.
This is the perfect sped up montage music right here.
It is, and like I said, like this song plays for every little mini game that you go through the music. You go through the game and hear. And one of the best ones that came out with it was the first big multiplayer thing you could do for Banjo-Tooie. It was the first time they did multiplayer for the series, and it was the FPS shooter that they did where you held Kazooie and basically used her as a gun to shoot eggs at people.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean that's the game that also they introduced different kinds of eggs instead of just having like the regular blue egg. There's like the grenade egg, the lava egg, the ice egg.
That was I remember that. It was a lot of fun. It was as you might put it, Matt, fun in games.
It was definitely fun in games.
I'm just laughing at the idea of making montage like compilations to this song now.
Seeing people pick up all the toilet paper and paper towels that they don't need.
It's perfect. I love it.
I love that saxophone.
Every instrument's going hard. There is no chill in that song at all.
There is not. I mean, that's also because like every mini game, so it's just like, all right, we gotta make sure these people get it done fast. One and a two and a
like, oh god, I feel so rushed.
Yeah, and then of course, as you grow closer to time out, they throw the clock sound in. It's like, and you're like,
oh man, thank you for that one, Matt. I enjoyed that. It made me like want to just run. Just I don't know what. I just got to do something real quick. But instead of what I have to do now, is play my next song. I'm between.
What is it, Derek? Tell me.
I've got a few that I could probably follow that with. I could play a game that also has a lot of mini games that has just one overarching theme, or I could play one that has a mini game for each different set piece. I think I'm gonna play you a song from Tales of the Abyss. I've played other songs from Tales of games, but I've never played a track from Abyss yet. I've played Tales of Grace and I've played Tales of Symphonia, but not Abyss. So that being said, this is, very simply, Theme of Minigame.
Take your Tales of Minigames, get on out of here.
Matt, who is the composer to this? Can you remember?
I'm going to tell you.
It's the same composer for all Tales of games.
I know, you think I'd know it by now, but no, I don't.
It's the ever popular in my in my book, Motoi Sakuraba.
Motoi.
I'll drill that into your mind eventually, Matt.
I just got to remember one of his names and just be like, okay,
That's right.
Tails.
Tales of his Sakuraba.
Tales of Sakuraba.
But let's get into this. It's Tales of the Abyss, theme of minigame. Just a fun little one there, Matt. But how'd you enjoy it?
That was a short, little, enjoyable tune. I liked the random whistling that would pop in.
The do 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 do.
That's a nice little jam.
I like it. It's very simple. It's not too like energetic. It doesn't make you really feel rushed. It's kind of one of those things where you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna have fun with this dumb little mini game now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely compared to the one that I just played. I mean, you can hear some similarities in the music, but it's like, all right, let's slow it down a little bit and make people let's let people have fun and not feel like they're on the clock.
I like this almost like beatboxing background. Like not so much for this part, but that beginning part.
Yeah.
Also, this part's just a little fun. It does have like three distinct little sections to the song. It's got the beginning, the beatbox, the kind of almost kazoo, I guess, middle part, and then this part. It's enjoyable. It's not too complex. It's just fun.
It's very fun. I think I know exactly what I need to counteract
my fun little one.
Your tales of Sakuraba.
I want to know which one speaks to you, Matt.
Well, Derek, I'll say it's a game that we definitely loved to play together, and it's been quite some time. And I'd love to see either like a remaster come out or hell, like a brand new one. That would be super duper fantastic. But anyway, you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'm gonna quit beating around the bush or the tree in this matter. The name of the song is Panpakapon.
Yes, my dude. I love this game.
So this is the tree mini game from Patapon 2 for the PSP.
So Patapon, if to those of you who don't know, Matt, why don't you describe in a few words? Don't want to ramble, but what's the deal with this game?
Tribal eyeball rhythm.
Yes. Have you ever wanted to play God? Have you ever wanted to play God who talks to his subjects via drum?
Via drums?
Do you want to play
and musical chants?
Do you want to play an RPG game where you micromanage a troop of warrior tribal people through drum beat? Because this game's great.
Now, I bet you're thinking, this sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
And you're right.
Yes, you are. It's one of my favorite series.
All the good ways.
Yes.
It really is. There are 3 total in the series that I know of.
This is one of those games that made me want to buy a PSP.
Yeah. Which,
I'm gonna give a very long a shout out to someone that I don't think I've actually talked to in a long time. a good friend of ours from some time ago, Sam Kendall.
Yeah.
He's actually the person who had me first try this game over at our Above Board Games hangout from way back when. And he had this game, and I played it, and I wanted a PSP.
Yeah, I will say my first rhythm game that I was shown on the PSP was Luminous, which was a fun little game. But as soon as you showed me this, that was the time for me to buy a PSP as well.
Yeah, we were into it. And we're talking about Patapon 1, and then, of course, 2 came out, and then 3 came out, and you and me bought each one basically the day it came out and played together all the time.
Yeah, we basically took that whole launch day and just spammed Patapon.
It's a 4-step rhythm game, but let's just get into this, and then we'll discuss cherished memories afterwards.
All right, so anyway, so this is Pan Pakapon, the tree mini game from Patapon 2 by Kim Mie Adachi and Daisuke Miyake.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
It's great, right?
So see, that's a fun little minigame. We left in basically the sounds of the person playing, and basically you have to match his rhythm with your little dude with the trumpet, and he shakes down some items, and you get some collectibles that let you enhance your troop. Now I want to play Patapon.
Yeah. God, I know, right? Which is why Patapon on the Switch.
Right? Please, just please. It would, to be fair, it would never be on the Switch because it's such an iconic PlayStation game. But they made a console version of, they made a PS4 version of Patapon 1. Just please do Patapon 2 and 3 for the love of everyone in this world.
They did what now?
You didn't know that?
No.
You can pop open your PS4 and search Patapon, and there's a PS4 version.
Well, I know what I have to do with my life.
I want them to do, because Patapon 1 is fun, but 2 and 3 are so good.
Tonight. Like, 2, like, I enjoyed 3 a lot, but I think 2 is still my favorite.
2 is really good. 3 is also really good. Wait, did they release Patapon 2 for PS4? They did. Well, I know what I'm doing later tonight. Okay, yeah, so back to the music. I apologize, I got a little distracted there.
No, that's okay.
So yeah, as we mentioned, you play, you match this the big tree man's music, and he shakes some items down, and you get items to upgrade your troop. And there's level 2 version and there's level 3 version that has kind of a different rhythm.
Like an increased difficulty kind of deal for obviously better prizes,
better rewards, better prizes. You have to pay a little bit more to do it, but it's a game you're going to be doing a lot, especially because you just need to upgrade your troop, and this is one way to grind out some materials. Yeah,
and the tree mini game is obviously the one where you get wood, wood materials. One of my other favorite ones from the game, and you guys should go check it out, was the cauldron for the meats.
That's a good one. There's also one where you there's a giant forge, and he pushes down pushes down the bellow, and your guy has like a long hammer on the top, and you clink the metal as he bellows. This game has so much charm, and just it's really cute, but really fun.
Yeah. Then there's also stone and ore material.
The baby mountain
game. The baby mountain, where you have to play his toes like a xylophone.
If all of this sounds ridiculous, it 100% is, but it's incredibly fun, and you will be, I guarantee you will be walking around your house with Pata Pon.
Don chaka.
That will be your life. And
At the pond, don't chaka. Oh.
I love the series so much. It's got so much charm. It's so like it's funny because it's like super cute because these little guys, but then they're really like angry tribal people with like throwing spears that like murder giant dinosaurs. So
Yeah.
if that sounds fun, look into this game. And if it doesn't, I mean, why doesn't it?
Yeah, like here's another way to look at it. Think of like a tribe of Mike Wazowskis. Now give them all weapons.
All right, now you're the god.
You know, you're their god, and you command them by drum beats.
Yes. So again, if this doesn't sound fun to you, you confuse me as a person.
Yeah, I highly recommend this game, and with the current information that we have, the first one is available on the PS4. Second one to follow.
Yes. And I hope the third one to follow because the third one has the second one and the third one have great multiplayer. So definitely look
Great
into this game.
multiplayer.
If you don't have a PSP, hey, I understand. They've basically discontinued that. If you don't have a Vita, I also understand. But 1 and 2 are out for the PS4, or 2 is about to be out. Check them out. Just you will love it. I guarantee you will love this game. All right, man. That was just fun. I enjoyed that. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
And it gave me a good kind of segue to mine.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
yours is all about leading a troop of little guys, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play a song from a Zelda game. I have 2 Zelda games on my list, but I think I have both The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, just classic minigame. The one that plays, when you like shoot the targets with a slingshot or
Yeah.
things like that. It's a fun little theme. I was gonna play that one, but the one I'm gonna play instead is from Twilight Princess. This is the goat herding minigame, and that kind of follows.
Ah.
You're leading a little cadre of creatures.
Yes, yes. I'll say there, I enjoy your pick. I also have a Legend of Zelda pick on my list, but it's a different game.
Oh, okay. So I figured we were going to have a few matchups. There's not a super huge option of minigame tracks when we get down to the nit and gritty, but this is Twilight
just you
Princess.
wait.
I've got some surprising ones still, I think. But anyways, this is the Twilight Princess Goat Herding. This is composed by Koji Kondo and Toru Minagishi.
I really enjoy the smooth groove of the song.
Right? I love how it's got that that fun, almost kind of Western. Kind of, I could definitely hear it to being like hurting music. Like the composer really captured the feeling they were going for.
It's a good rancher theme there.
I really like the.
Yeah, and I mean compared to like some of the other tones in the game with Twilight Princess's music being a little bit more darker, more gothic in style. It's a nice little like pick me up.
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, the game overall has just a dark feeling. We've talked about this before, but this is before a lot of that dark happens. This is just a nice little, herd these goats, get you a heart piece.
Yeah,
And I love that, just like, I love that twang.
get these sheep in there. Go get them.
Gotta herd all these sheep. It's just got a good overall groove to it.
It's a nice flute in there too.
It's not too much going on, but I really like it.
It is. I mean, when you look like, I'm just enjoying the vision of trying to herd sheep to this song.
Right?
Like I'm thinking back on the game and everything like that. It's just like, I don't know. It brings a smile to my face.
Mm-hmm. It's just it's one of those ones that's just fun. Not too intense, not too energetic to distract you. Just kind of like it's just a great theme for a minigame, I feel.
Yeah.
It's perfect for the set piece.
Well, I do have a good segue, or I could go off the wall. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go off the wall.
I was gonna say, yeah, go off the wall.
I will say, I'll say an honorable mention. That was going to be a decent follow up. It's on my list, but I've decided to take a step back again. Was the mini game from Okami, Digging Deeper.
I remember this.
Yep, it happens a few times in the game. Sometimes for story, sometimes for extra materials and stuff or extra rewards and stuff that you can get.
We've been away from Okami for a little while, Matt.
We have, but I've decided not to choose it.
That's right. You said it's an honorable mention. I apologize.
It's an honorable mention.
A little out of it. Shout out to not necessarily a shout out. It's actually not a shout out. I just want to say I hope everyone's staying safe during this isolation from the virus.
Yeah, same.
A little out of it. I apologize. It's been a pretty hectic few weeks, to say the least.
As all of you probably know already. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully if you're staying home,
stay safe.
Hopefully you got plenty. Stay safe. I hope you got plenty to do. If you are the essentials out there risking exposure, play it as safe as you possibly can, and remember to flash your multipass anytime you're questioned.
Yeah. If anything, shout out to the essentials. Like, you guys are risking a lot to get us to keep society going, but let's get away from the dark and the dreary, Matt. Let's get to the happy.
I'll tell you exactly where we're going, Derek. I found a very cool spot for us.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, and I'm talking about the bonus levels of the game Cool Spot.
I was about to say, I feel like you're doing a thing here, and you're gonna talk about the game Cool Spot.
I am talking about the game Cool Spot.
Well, let's get into this, Matt.
Let's get into it, and we'll talk about this fun little spot right after.
That was a jam. I wasn't expected. That was unexpected.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, it's a cool spot. For those of you who don't know about the Super Nintendo game Cool Spot, it was sponsored and created by Seven Up.
Yes, yes, it was. One of our mutual friends, uh, John Saba, also known on Twitch as CaptainCainer, he speedruns this game, and he, I believe, has one of the world records.
Oh, very sweet. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, when
Man.
I'm not overly familiar with this song because I never owned this game personally, but I can tell you, listening to you playing it was probably the first time I've ever actually like paid attention to the song, and
Mhm.
at first I was just like, yeah, okay, this is cool, but then that middle part hits. Also, completely unrelated. This little cut-in says Seven Up the Uncola, and that blew my mind just now.
Seven Up, the Uncola. That is their slogan. Or that was their slogan at one
Yeah,
time.
it was quite some time ago. Um, th- this song, like, as I was saying, this beginning part, it's not. I mean, it doesn't have much going on. It's not too over the top. It's kind of just simple, not in a bad way. But then this starts getting in there. You're like, oh, okay, all right. And then here's a part where I was just like, ooh, I'm into this. Oh, it jams right here. It's cool spot. It's action with attitude. Oh man, how much were you jamming to this though? I know it's your pick, so probably a lot.
I'm very much a lot, man. Because because like when I saw it, I was just like, cool spot. I have vague memories of this game, but when I grew up without the Super Nintendo in my household, so all I had to go off of was memories of other people's houses, and I mean, lo and behold, I was just like, again, I was just like, man, I'm missing out on some key essential stuff in my life.
Super Nintendo had
Because-
some interesting games to say the least.
Very interesting games, and then eventually we got Pepsi Man. So
That's true.
so there's
Granted,
that.
this wasn't a Super Nintendo only. This was on Sega games as well.
Oh, it was on Sega. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Seven Up, they wanted to kind of spread their love around, make sure they got their product known.
Yeah. This is one of those very under. It's from Virgin Games. The basically premise to this is you are the circle from Seven Up.
You're the red dot from the Seven Up logo.
You are the red dot. It's a jump and shoot platformer basically. Think a la Earthworm Jim style.
God, man, I love Earthworm Jim.
Man, great jam though, Matt. Thank you for cool spot bonus level. This is not one I was expecting, or one I ever would have thought of for this episode.
Oh yeah, you're quite welcome for that one.
Yeah, and shout out again to CaptainCainer on Twitch. He streams this game and has world record.
Great record.
Yes.
Great record. Go check him out. Captain Canner.
All right, Matt. So I'm gonna play the game. Sorry. The next game.
I'm gonna play the game.
Gonna play the game. I really can't talk today. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Matt, I'm gonna play a song from Mario RPG, The Legend of the Seven Stars.
Oh,
There's a lot of options in this game, actually. There's quite a few different little one-off mini games, or there's actually just a lot of mini games throughout the whole playthrough. I was between two though, and I asked a few different people, and we kind of came to a consensus. The two I was between was the Booster Hill, which is like you chase Princess Peach, or you're chasing Booster, who is capturing Princess Peach up a really long hill, and it's just got a really fun rhythm to it. The song I chose instead is the minecart theme.
oh.
Are you familiar with this song, Matt? Do you remember it?
I'm trying to remember the minecart theme, because I've seen you play this game.
No, Mario RPG is a great game.
It is. Again, like I said, I missed out on some essential stuff when I was younger.
Hey, you can always go back.
I can. Thankfully, I can always go back.
You can gateway go back,
Gateway, go back. Quarantine time.
right? Um, Now, Matt, this is gonna be a trick question. Do you know who composed Mario RPG?
Oh man, I'm really gonna start learning names again.
Well, you'd think Koji Kondo, wouldn't you?
You would think, but I know they switched it up on us
Yeah.
since they teamed up with Square
Mm-hmm.
to do this.
So the composer for Mario RPG is actually Yoko Shimomura
There it is.
from most well-known Kingdom Hearts, I would say.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely this at this time.
Yeah, Yoko Shimomura is probably most well-known nowadays for Kingdom Hearts, but she actually did Mario RPG, and in particular this minecart theme, which we're just gonna boogie to this, man. I think you're gonna be jamming within like seconds. I feel like.
I'm waiting. Let's do it.
Let's get into it. Did you like it, Matt?
I very much liked it, Derek.
That's one of the ones that I want to give a fun little shout out to. Some Super Mario World ROM hacks have used this song to great effect. In particular,
man.
there's a streamer that I enjoy watching under the name of GrandPooBear. Fun, great name, but there's a very very well made Mario ROM hack called Grand Poo World, as it would be, and it uses the song to great effect, to say the least.
Oh man.
In a stage named Corndilly, because why wouldn't it be with this song?
Corndilly.
But it's it's what I immediately think of now whenever I hear this song, because I've seen a few people play that ROM hack and it's infuriating, but in a good way. And there's just all I can say is it's just good. But the song itself, I love it. It's so much fun. It's energetic, it's peppy, it's bouncy.
Very peppy, very bouncy, very very country.
I love that opening. This is straight up and down like a high energy square dance theme.
Yeah.
Or like some tracks. It's like a barn country jig.
Yeah. Jig is definitely a very good term to use.
An apt
for
term,
that.
yeah. Ding. I love this little chill down part. It's like, all right. A little too intense there for a second. We'll go ahead and ease it down on you. Blum, blum. Bum, bum. And right back into it. It starts building. You know it's coming back, Matt.
Oh god, here it comes. Oh no. It's like it keeps stepping up.
It's so much fun though. This is Mario RPG has some great music, and the minecart theme is just one of them. I think we've played some other songs from this game, but it's
you've definitely played other songs from this game.
I love Super Mario RPG. It's probably there's a few different games in the Mario RPG like side franchise, and this one is basically the start of it. And when this game first came out, I think it was a big surprise to everyone, because up until now Mario's just been a fun-loving platforming game, and then
your side-scroller platformer, and then Mario RPG came out.
Yeah, this came out when the brunt of the RPG scene was like JRPGs like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest. Those are probably the two most well-known ones, and then Super Mario RPG came out. Granted, there's a lot of other RPGs. I'm generalizing here, but those are probably two of the most well-known ones at the time. And I think just to hear that Mario was now dipping into those waters, people were probably really surprised. And it's such a good game. It's incredibly well made.
It is. It's got fun. Of course it's got your fun characters that you've always known, but they've added in a couple others, and it's a blast.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game remains on a lot of people's top 10, top 20 RPG best RPGs ever made, because it's so good.
As it should.
And it's remained high on that list for a long time.
In a way, I want to say a refreshing or a refresher of it. I'm not necessarily saying a remaster or anything maybe a remaster, but at the same time I'm you know what, maybe not. Don't ruin the good thing. It's already good.
Absolutely. I mean, this game's honestly, the game's graphics still hold up. It's one of it was made for the Super Nintendo, and the Super Nintendo has a certain art style that I think, even if you go back today, it's still good looking.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's the Super Nintendo's for games art style and aesthetic is akin to late 80s to 90s anime. Mm-hmm. It's got this certain style to it that when you sit there and you critically break it down, you're you people don't look like this, and mouths don't work like that, and it's just yeah, shut up and just enjoy the show.
It's an art style of its time, but I think Super Nintendo art style I think Super Nintendo art style still holds up to this day. Not every game,
very much.
Certainly not every game.
Yeah.
But some of the iconic ones, like Chrono Trigger, still looks great. Super Mario RPG still
Yeah.
looks great. There's certainly ones that have aged, but there's definitely some classic games that like you go back and play to this day that you're like, wow, this looks good. I forgot. I mean, this looks incredible for its time. But Matt, I believe this is your last track of the episode.
This is my last track of the episode.
You want to give some honorable shout outs, some honorable mentions?
I'll give some honorable mentions. I actually had I had, like I told you before, I had two Pokemon picks, and I'll at least honor those. So coming to us from Pokemon Stadium 2 by Hajime Wakai, it is the Delibird's Delivery
Perfect. That works.
minigame. I really enjoyed that one. And coming from our main series Pokemon games from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it was the Game Corner theme in that one because it is a rave.
The Diamond Pearl Platinum Game Corner is amazing.
It is because it's been the same tune basically up until that point, and you're just like, oh, okay, it's the Game Corner, and like you have that song, that tune in your mind, and then you walk in there and you're just like, this is a rave.
Like, this is different. This is intense.
Another honorable mention is from Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, the Ocean Speedway. And like there was actually a bunch of different like course speedways
Yeah.
throughout the game. But I really enjoyed the Ocean Speedway as somewhat infuriating as it could be.
Well, maybe we'll hear it next time we do minigame episodes, Matt.
And it's quite possible. But here we go. I'll go with my last pick, which is from probably one of my first Nintendo DS games that I ever purchased, which was WarioWare Touched.
This is a game about minigames.
It is a game about minigames, and I chose probably the most iconic song from, to me at least, the most iconic song from the WarioWare series, which is the theme of Ashley.
I love this theme. Are you doing the English or the Japanese version?
I'm doing the English version.
Okay.
I figured back in our lyrics episode we had a lot of Japanese lyric songs, so we're going to give some people a little bit of a break, and then
Well, Matt, you better learn her name.
it's Ashley. So this is Ashley's song from WarioWare Touch by Masaru Tajima.
Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion?
You better learn my name 'cause I am
Ashley. She knows the darkest spells and she brews the sweetest potion.
You might be the ingredient I seek.
Don't let yourself be fooled by her innocent demeanor.
You should be afraid of a girl.
Ashley. She doesn't play with dolls and she never combs her hair.
Who has time for girly things like that? I have news. I cast a hex on you. Grandma's wig. This'll make you big. Kitchen bitch. Do your pants will fit. And what is that kid today? Oh no, not again.
She can rule the world and still finish all her homework.
Everyone knows that I'm the greatest.
Ashley, you better watch your step, or she'll have to spell on you.
And turn my teacher into a spoon. I must flip through my spell book, and yes, it's true. I don't have as many friends as you. But I think you're nice, and maybe we could be friends. And if you say no, you're toast.
Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion?
You better learn my name 'cause I am
Ashley. Just remember this when you see her on the street.
I'm the coolest girl you'll ever meet.
Like I said, Matt, you better learn her name.
Did you learn her name?
Yeah. Do you guys?
Do you know her name?
Yeah. Did you guys catch that?
Better.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what it was. What was it, Matt?
Geez, was it like Bill?
Was it Debbie?
Was it Ted?
No, it was Ashley.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. It's Ashley. Better learn that name, or else she's going to put a hex on you.
Yeah,
That's
she
not
will.
cool.
She'll. Sure. Like the vocal episode. I don't want to play that one in the background and have us talk over it. That'll just be like a jarbled mess of
No,
words.
it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be too weird.
But I love how like it's such a weird sounding thing. Like it's not made to sound like, I don't want to say good, but like it's very like, what am I trying to say here? Like after school special almost, like where his vocals are like he puts like a weird playful twang on it, and then like she hops in.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like like a Scooby Doo special kind of thing where it's just like, ooh, watch out.
Yeah, and like I think it's interesting how they compose the song, because it's not like you can tell it's not that the voice actors are bad. That's not it. But they sang the song like the singers aren't good at singing the song, if that makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is it's fun because it's like, you better learn the name because it's Ashley. Like it's so like off key and off rhythm, but in like a funny way. And
Yeah, because I mean, Ashley is a kid, so I mean,
yeah, and I like how it's like listing like the ingredients for a spell to turn someone small.
grandma's wig. This will make you big. But if you set it to M, you'll go to many
Yeah, set it to W for Wumbo.
for Wumbo.
But I love how I just think the song overall, it's fun, it's playful, it kind of gets stuck in your head. Many people probably heard this song in Smash Brothers.
Yep, yeah, they definitely played this song remastered in Smash Brothers. I want to say first in Brawl, because that's when Wario was introduced into
Yeah.
the character roster.
Yeah, and there's the WarioWare
then-
stage.
Yeah, and then again with Smash Ultimate.
And it's funny how the Smash version is like, I don't want to say better, but it's like remastered, so it's actually like a really like in rhythm like jamming song.
It sounds like a song.
Yeah, it's not just like this little doom ba doom ba doom boom ba doom.
Who's the haunted girl?
Oh man, but thank you, Matt. This is an interesting interesting
It was
change.
an interesting little pick. I felt like I had to choose it just because. I mean, there's actually a bunch that I could have chosen for WarioWare stages.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
everything.
the entire game is
But-
mini games. You could pick literally any song from this game, and it would probably count.
Exactly, I could pick literally any song, but a lot of people know Ashley's theme.
Yeah, and probably just because of the Smash version. And that being said, the Japanese version of the Smash version is pretty awesome.
Yes, it is.
But Matt, it's about that time of the episode. You know, I wanna wish everyone safe travels and safe isolation from the virus. If you're listening to this after the fact, hopefully everything went well. Stay safe, everyone.
Hopefully we're not in the 28 days later timeline.
Yeah, if you are, I'm glad you're listening. You're using your delicate time to listen to this.
Right? Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, you're risking it for the biscuit right now. So
Thank you very much. I hope everyone appreciated, or rather, I hope everyone enjoyed the songs we played. It's if you've got some friends who are isolated and need something to cheer them up, play this minigame episode. These are all fun and perky, and it's a good way to take your mind off all of the hectic stress that I'm sure all of us are feeling at this point.
yeah. Or if we've just inspired you to want to play mini games, hey, bust out the Mario Party. Blow the dust off of the 64.
Matt, I can tell you've made me want to play this episode has made me want to play like 3 different games again. So
The Patapon one is hitting real hard right now. for me.
it's hitting me. Like I'm really like after this episode's gonna be over, I think I'm gonna go grab my PSP and put in some headphones and start a new game on Patapon 2. I'm like very close to doing that right now. But before we do that, I want to give my honorable mentions. I'm between a few different things to end this, Matt. I'll ask you first. Do you want to hear a song from Kirby or a song, the bonus stage from Donkey Kong Country 2?
Well, Derek, we opened with Donkey Kong.
I'm thinking we can
let's
close
go.
it.
We
But-
could close it with Donkey Kong, but I'm actually going to go with Kirby. Let's change it up.
Okay. I do want to give shout out to the Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3 bonus stage because it's different than the first one and it's pretty great. It's really jazzy. Also, Sonic 2, the bonus stage. That's one that didn't get time to play, but it's both infuriating and good. A lot of people really like that jam, but hate the actual minigame. It's one of those kind of, I hate doing this, but I love the song kind of styles.
Yep.
The Kirby game I chose is Kirby Superstar.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, Superstar is all about, it's got a lot of different games in the game. It's got Dynablade, it's got Gourmet Race, which I certainly could have played a song from. Everyone knows Gourmet Race Stage 2.
Oh, yeah.
It's got, Milky Way Wishes, and it's got two actual games, well, 3 if you count Gourmet Race, which is I guess, a minigame. It's got the Samurai Kirby game, but the song I'm going to play is Megaton Punch.
Megaton Punch.
And I'm sure you'll remember this one as soon as I start playing it, Matt, but this is Kirby Superstar Megaton Punch, composed by Jun Ishikawa and Dan Miyakawa.
All right, Derek. It's been fun. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. I hope this has inspired you to play some games. And again, tell us what your favorite is. We always love hearing them.
Drop the comment below.
We will see you later. We will see you guys next time.
We'll see you lower.
My words are failing me so hard.